Well, I'm trying to film a video and I'm on day 3 of no caffeine. So, probably the dumbest idea, but I thought, hey, I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos about caffeine withdrawals and what it's like. And everybody seems to make a video when they're well after it. I thought I would show you what it looks like during. I also wanted to give you guys an update, or whoever watches this, an update on my shoulder injury. My last video was about how I was using ChatGPT to help me through a shoulder injury. That has been going really well. So there is a positive there. So let's see, I'm like 2 months out from the initial injury to the shoulder, and I'm still rehabbing it. I think the timeline for full recovery is probably, we're in February now, so around April full recovery, which I'm good with. Man, so yeah, this, I don't know. This is what caffeine withdrawal looks like and trying to film a YouTube video. So now I'm getting off of caffeine. I just have, I've tried that before. I've tried it before and did okay for a little bit and then decided to start drinking coffee again. I'm a coffee person, or I've been always into coffee, like for as long as I can remember. I would say I probably started drinking coffee in my late 20s. I don't think I really did it in college, but like a little after college, when I started working full time. So yeah, this is what day 3 looks like for me anyway. I guess I would say I'm a little, morning is worse. This morning was worse, like really bad headache, because my body's used to having caffeine first thing in the morning. Like as soon as I wake up, I have coffee. And that's just been a habit of mine. So like, and I would like to say it's because I like the taste of it. I do, I love coffee. I like the taste of it. But really the caffeine, I like how I felt on caffeine until I started realizing that there were some issues with my caffeine intake. Like I was starting to, I don't know. It's too early to conclude, but I have a suspicion that my caffeine intake was causing heart palpitations, and not all the time, but enough to where I was like, this sucks. I don't like that feeling. Heart palpitations, anxiety here and there, which I've never really dealt with before, and I'm having a hard time even saying it out loud that I have had some experiences with anxiety lately. Now, I do want to also say that if you're watching, I'm a 43-year-old woman. So that puts me in perimenopause land. And, of course, I get all this content thrown my way on Instagram and YouTube about what it's like to go through perimenopause. And I know that it's a thing and that my hormones are fluctuating and changing. And I've been, so some of that anxiety or the heart palpitations could be that, but but I'm also sitting here going, yeah, but your caffeine intake is not helping the situation. I don't think. That's my intuition. So I've decided to cut it cold turkey, which I've done that before, and I don't want to scare anybody. It's just, if you don't like to feel like crap, you're going to be like, oh, great. I mean, who likes to feel like crap? But if you normally feel good all the time, and maybe caffeine has been part of your reason for feeling good and you cut it out completely, then it may make you feel like crap. to cut it completely. I wanted to go cold turkey because I'm sick of this game. I'm the type of person that's like, if I'm done, I'm done. I like to, I just rip the Band-Aid. And I knew quitting cold turkey before I was going to not feel so hot. So day 3, morning was worse. It's a little bit noon. I stayed home from work, which was nice. I went to work yesterday and I was okay. But I'm in it. I'm in it. And you can go watch YouTube videos about like, why would you want to quit caffeine? Like for me, if I'm struggling with some like hormone fluctuations because of perimenopause, I'd like to help myself out along the way and not hinder my body during these times of like changes. So I quit alcohol over 5 years ago, which I'm grateful that I did. Because I think I would say alcohol and caffeine, if you are a woman in that kind of perimenopause age and you notice that your periods are kind of changing or being a little more inconsistent or, irregular, and you still drink alcohol and you still drink a lot of caffeine, I would look at those two things. And I quit alcohol cold turkey, and that was actually easier than the caffeine. But yeah, I just was wanting to get on here to give a shoulder update. See, I'm a little groggy. I'm a little slow. And it's like I have a low level, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a little edgy. Now, the funny thing is I did talk to ChatGPT about all this, and it's been helping me through this process as well. So just kind of telling it what my symptoms have been and what I've been feeling. Part of me is like, man, you are so much about your body. Like if it's not an injury you're dealing with, then you're like, I need to get off the caffeine because of my perimenopause. I'm so wrapped up about the body, and it's no wonder that I am, because I've made a job out of it. I got into personal training, being a personal trainer, helping others with their bodies. And then I started to get on a more of a spiritual path and really trying to discover who I truly am. I love how I'm trying to give like a deep spiritual talk right now as I am going through caffeine withdrawals. But I don't know how to describe this. Depending on the people watching, this may not make any bit of sense, or maybe there's somebody that's watching this that has been on a similar path of realizing that you're not the body. That spiritual concept, that spiritual idea of that we are not the body. The body is just a vessel. I actually read a really sweet quote from Rumi. Shoot, I wish I had it, but look it up. But it's something about, it's your garment. Your body is your garment, but it's not you. It's just the cloak. And don't worship the cloak. Okay, it's coming back to me. Don't worship the cloak, or don't seek the cloak. Worship the seeker, or something to that effect. Like, discover who you truly are, and it's not this. And that's been a hard concept for me to get behind after making my body pretty much about everything in my life. And like with this injury and previous injuries, I really take them hard. Like, I take them personally. Whereas, like, if you get a flat tire on your car, yeah, you get pissed, but you don't like necessarily take it personally. Like, we take the body so personally if it's not doing well. And yeah, I I get so caught up about my body, and I forget that I'm not the body. That's, though, a really tough thing to come to grips with when you feel real things like pain, or like what I'm going through right now with, I'm laughing. If you don't go through caffeine withdrawal, you're probably going, are you kidding? It's hard not to feel like you are the body when you experience things like pain, physical pain, and just not feeling well, and discomfort, disease. How are you not the body if you feel these things? So I'm still coming to terms with the fact that I'm not the body, and on this path of realizing the true self, which that's like a series of videos. But I've abused my body in so many ways, and even in ways that I thought I was being helpful. I'm thinking mostly about like really hard workouts and like just crushing myself, thinking that that was healthy, and in actuality I was being abusive to my body, because for ever and ever and ever, and maybe even still now, I've hated my body. And criticized it, expected a lot from it, and it just kept coming back, though. It's been there for me. It's carried me this far, but yet I was still very abusive toward it. So abusive toward it physically, and also just self-talk. So it's been interesting for me to start unraveling all this for myself as a working personal trainer, or somebody that actively works in fitness now, to realize that we're not, at least for me, I know that I'm not the body. If you're hearing that for the first time, start looking into that for yourself. Do not take my word for it. But if you're kind of wanting to get on a spiritual path, the spiritual path is realizing who you truly are. And that takes time. There's not going to be this like overnight aha moment. Maybe some people will say that there was for them. It hasn't been that way for me. I've been on and off this path for a while now, and frustrated and upset, and not all knowing or all zen over here. I've been through the ringer about it, and having to let go of like this identity around my body, being so heavily identified with the physical body. Letting go of that has been really tough, like letting go of caffeine. But it's this realization that I have hated this body for so long that I've done things to it to like beat it into submission or something, like to try to make it what I want it to be. And I see a lot of people doing that online. And I'm just talking from a female perspective, I see a lot of women doing that online about themselves, about their physical bodies, and wanting to change it and wanting to make it a certain way. And then them going on and on about like the changes that they're seeing in their bodies and how that's really devastating them. And the perimenopause stuff kind of turns me off because when I read the comments, it's just a lot of women just going on and on about how victimized they are by their own bodies. And I guess my thing is like, why are we taking it personally? The body's gonna body. Life is gonna life. Why are you taking it personally? And I understand it though, because if I don't feel good, I take it personally. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Get it together. Why do you feel like crap? Come on, you don't have time for this. You got stuff to do. But this like listing in the comments about all of your symptoms from perimenopause and what you're experiencing, I get that it's people wanting to connect with one another and like bond over shared experiences, and then also seeking help and guidance because you feel very isolated when you don't feel well. You do feel very lonely. You feel really lonely when you have a shoulder injury. You feel really lonely when you're sick, when you're dealing with an illness. You feel lonely when you have anxiety. I get all that. And I don't have a solution to any of these things. I'm just speaking from like a place of let's explore this idea of that you're not the body and what that means then when you're here on this physical plane. If I am not the body, but I'm here in this material world, what does that mean then? Do I just say, screw it then, I don't care about my body, I'm not going to take care of it? No. You still take care of it, but you don't have this crazy attachment to it and this like fear-based attachment to it if any little thing is off or wrong. So anyway, that's a lot. Hell, maybe if you start on a caffeine withdrawal kick, maybe you'll have some really major epiphanies in your life. And maybe it's an invitation to go inward if you go through something difficult. And I'm saying difficult in like maybe a physical injury that has stopped you in your tracks, or maybe self-imposed caffeine withdrawal. Either one, be gentle with yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out. Relax in the mystery of it all. Be present with it. Yeah, I'm saying be present to myself right now in how I'm feeling at this moment. The body's gonna body. Don't take it personally. We'll keep talking more about this. I'd like to explore all that more. And I'll get back on here and give you all an update on the caffeine withdrawal process maybe toward the end of the week. Okay, peace. Love you.